Hi guys, I'm Tara Antonellis, and I am here to bring your weekly forecast, doing Hellenistic interpretations for the week ahead. We have a Sun conjunct Neptune transit that will be occurring Sunday, the 17th, that we will be feeling strongly over the weekend and going into the week. Sun conjunct Neptune has a magical, inspirational, fantasy like energy merging with the life theme and a way of creating something of tangibility. We can also have impulses towards spiritual realizations and trying to find those more deeper attributes of our characters and self-discovery and a notion to find higher purpose. And at the contrary, there could be a feeling of lack of purpose. So this can go both ways if you find yourself um, not having a real rooted identity at this time, and there is a possibility of feeling worthless. But if you find that happening, this could be a trigger to dig deeper, to have a realization and a reality check in a sense, if that's the way that energy tends to play out. Not feeling certain or in what direction to go in. So if efforts are lacking to manifest your way, you might have creative either creative epiphanies or maybe roadblocks at this time. And if you notice like a lethargia, that's your body telling you that you really need to rest at this time, and it's a dreamy type of energy that comes along with this transit as well. And then on the 19th, we have the sun entering Aries. And this is the time of the wheel of the year when things are starting to grow, the energy is heightened. Um, we're doing the work, we're tilling the soil, and it's just a real assertive boldness that comes with this season. There could be also a competitive nature to people at this time, and really just tenacity and just energy that kind of gets things buzzing. This is a good time to get things working and rolling and started. There's an energy that just is infused in the air at this time. On the 20th, Mercury is conjunct Chiron in the decan of Mercury. So this is at 18 degrees in Aries. And with that, you can see wounds that have been suppressed or traumas that may be surfacing at this time related to the intellect or self-expression. And really being able to communicate with this unique perspective that you've had as you've dealt with certain experiences that have gotten you this far. You may be feel driven to write or speak deeply about previous wounds or struggles. How you express yourself is the real theme with Mercury combined in this. So there's either a feeling of not being able to express yourself or the ability to finally express yourself. So there's catharsism in a intellectual way. And writing at this time would be very, very good. Journaling, poetry, that's a great unique expression. Even creating anything that you can articulate your emotions out in a different way. So whether it's on paper or singing even. So on the 21st, we have Venus conjunct Saturn in Pisces in the decan of Venus at 12 degrees. So feelings of responsibility in relationships is a theme that we're looking at. It's a seriousness because with that conjunction with Saturn, we have a due diligence that comes into play here, and really a rectifying as you look at things. Saturn is a delay and sometimes can bring hardship or repercussions, and sometimes those repercussions are good. So don't get a completely negative vibe here because it is in the decan of Venus as well, which is a benefic planet. It lends even more dignity to a more positive outlook here. So, although there might be a seriousness, it's for the betterment of, and again, we're bringing in that Venus energy that we've been dealing with all this year. And there's a moment that's building right now as we're building for these eclipses that we're in the season of. We have the solar eclipse on April 8th. So there is, Saturn is really communicating with Venus. And so there is a theme around our values and what's important to us. But creating it in a tangible way also, and Saturn's here to check it and see what can and cannot go into this next chapter as we're building challenges in partnerships, a shift in values, a reevaluation of one's needs. There could be a fear of reaching out at this time, so if you find yourself sinking, do reach out to your friends because it might be more difficult at this time and you might need it more than ever. There could be a fear of even loneliness. Saturn can drape a dreariness along this. So, although there is benefic energy with that Saturn, we're combining it, and you can feel like you're without or lacking. And so when you come into play with what we desire and what we value, Saturn could be showing us what we actually don't have, or even in a state of pessimism for wanting more. And a time of having an unrealistic desire for attention. So if you find yourself being extra needy at this time, try to go within and give that to yourself, because we do have a tendency to be maybe a little more than necessary clingy. A fear of aging or letting oneself go as well. You might have an issue with physical appearance, with Venus being beauty as well. So if you're being extra hard on yourself during this time, give yourself grace and try to reverse that energy and love yourself. With the conjunctions that we're having, it's going to be potent and powerful. On the 22nd, Mars is entering Pisces as well. So we're just gearing up with all this Piscean and Martian energy. And Mars in Pisces is really, it's magic and inspiration and dreams, but combining with energy and drive. And you can find your, with Mars being in Pisces, though it's not its favorite place. It doesn't do well there all the time. So if this is in a hard placement in your chart, this might tend to be a little bit more imperative, and it might hit you a little bit different, but can be beneficial in a way where there is ambition and drive behind those dreams and those fantasies. But be leery of not having maybe those emotional outbursts that can happen. So the energy that's been festering with Venus and Saturn in that conjunction, Mars and Pisces might really allow us an opportunity to blow our spouts off, and be careful of that. There is a lot going on, and on the 25th, with the lunar eclipse in the 15 degrees of Libra, I feel like this is a buildup of that energy to what's going to be happening on that axis of that Libra Mars axis. So, as as Mars is in Pisces doing its thing, it's also going to be expressing itself in that Aries um, axis that's going on with Libra. So it will be playing a part in the lunar eclipse taking place, with it being in its opposition, and the previous lunar eclipses being in Aries. All right, I am going to pull a card for the week ahead from my tarot. And what I have for us is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a time of carefreeness and nostalgia and innocence and charity, actually. As you can see, there's candies in those cups, and they're falling from the cups because they're so full. And candy representing a child treat, true nourishment. So this is a caution about maybe staying in the enjoyment and not accomplishing what needs to be done. But also this is a representation of joy and really being able to be all right with current circumstances and enjoying the present moment. It's summer days as a child running through the flowers and laughing and no school, and it's a good time. So keep that in consideration as you go through the week and what really brings you back to those moments of when everything is just okay. I hope this has served you and hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you.